even if you have no idea, have never heard of this before, if you are able to appreciate beauty anywhere, within, let's say, a flower, in the moment of appreciation of beauty, there is a connection with that. You're not thinking. To recognize beauty, you need for a moment, and this, some people have it naturally. It doesn't free them from their ego, but these are brief moments of presence that some people have naturally, but they never realize that that's what it is. So the appreciation of beauty can only happen to somebody who has some access to that space of pure awareness without thinking, which is presence. Some access. In fact, all humans who are not totally, all those normal humans who are not totally burdened by their minds and almost going crazy, if you still have a relatively normal life and you're not completely crazy, you have some access to the dimension for brief moments where you don't even know it. That keeps you sane. Maybe you have access in a moment when you pet your dog, and for a moment you're not thinking, or you look into the eyes of a dog and say, there's 3 seconds, you feel the being of the dog, and the dog doesn't have an ego, so you look at the dog and you connect with the consciousness of the dog, and you can sense, for a moment, not thinking for 2 or 3 seconds. In that moment you feel a kind of love. For some humans it's easier to love a dog than a human, you might have noticed. And I must admit, it probably is often easier to love a dog than, because a human, you have all the layers of the personality to get through, to get to the deepest part, which is your function. Let's come back, however, first to sensory perception without labeling. So, and then you prolong it a bit, make it a spiritual practice to be wherever you are and look at things around you or listen and just be with it. An alertness is required, but there's no tension in it. Just it's a relaxed alertness, and that's presence. So really, this is the present moment. And then the world is alive. Even inanimate objects have a certain beingness or presence here. And you honor what is around you, and that's the first step in becoming present. And it's already very beautiful to, if you have that more in your life, to really be present to your surroundings, which is the present moment. It's good, very good. But now we go a bit deeper, and here and now. So we have this room here. We can acknowledge the space, the lights. There's a man on the chair. He's talking. And you are perceiving. Question is, by the way, you don't really need to do much thinking here. What's the point? You can just sit here. There's nothing to analyze because what I'm saying is too simple. So you don't need to think, what does he mean? Just be present. What do you mean? No, just there's nothing to think about. Just be. So listen. I am listening to the words that I'm speaking, so you can listen to them too. We're both listening to the words. They just come. There's nothing prepared, nothing say, no, I'm going to say this. No, it's just the flow that comes from some level of the deep I, and using my limited mind and the limited words and talking. So this moment here, this is what is. Now go more deeply, what else is there in this moment other than sense perception? Is there anything else? You could ask yourself, for example, to use an analogy, if you wanted to figure out what this room consists of, you can say this room consists of the floor, the ceiling, the walls, the furniture in it, the chairs, the people. That's what makes up this room. So in this analogy, that's your sensory whatever it is that you perceive with your senses. Question arises, is there more to this room? Is there something more essential than what is in the room? Yes, there is something more essential to this room, and that is the space. The essence of this room is the space that enables everything to be here, easily overlooked. And so now you go within and ask, other than sense perceptions, all the things that I perceive in this present moment, is there something, perhaps something deeper? Yes. And that thing, what is that thing? I. Because I am perceiving that. Yeah, but what I is that? That is not your historical person. That is not it's not the person that's perceiving, because you're not thinking, you're completely just perceiving. You're not perceiving through the screen of mental conditioning, which is a normal way of doing it. Most humans perceive the world through the conditioning of their mind, and already the perception is already an interpretation. You perceive every other human through that screen, and you already have some interpretation. No, but here's no screen, just this. And who is doing the perceiving, or who is perceiving? It's not a doing. I am. I. But who are you? Or who am I? Not my history. I'm not perceiving it through my history. There is a presence in which the perceptions arise. Consciousness. There's a consciousness in which this world is being perceived.